It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Stanford's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Pushes for the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd and you're trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And this was looking like such a promising opening drive in the game. They had it down close. They tried to run the ball there on 3rd down, didn't get it. So now it's decision time for the head coach. Do you want to pay this?
Scores on the sneak.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, setting the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. Made a defender miss. And they swarm him under.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches.
There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came.
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to the back. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, the guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is
turning it on. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
so nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Extending the play. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Stanford! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Gets a little breathing room there as he's out of bounds at the 10. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, though.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Complete to the left. At the 35, he's open. Flying out to the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The give on the option. Shakes off the defender.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Spartans want to move quickly. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll pull it on the read. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but...
Wide open spaces. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They're facing a 3rd down. He'll do it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this 1st half as good as you possibly can.
He'll bring it out. It's Walker. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires to the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The give to the back. He's past the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Punt is on its way. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running to Green. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. With jet sweep pass.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Stanford! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the big fella.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Direct snap. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Spartans send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got it. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working for them.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of room to the right.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
quick pass on the jet motion.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard